Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 10 of What If Izuna Uchiha was Naruto Ancestor. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto had multiple people sealed inside of him over on Anime King that I posted, and I also posted a new episode of What If Kaguya was Naruto's mother, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy as well. And on this channel, I post a new series, What If Naruto Had the Unknown Sharingan. Go ahead and check out that guys and enjoy a new series, and comment down below in the comments and tell me if you want part 2, if you want me to continue guys, if you enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of both channels. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And without further ado, let's begin this new episode, shall we?
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, the last spot we left off, Naruto was massacring all of the root Anfus as he was having problem all over his body, pain, as he was using the Susanoo too much and the Amaterasu. As Sai then arrived, they came at Naruto's aid, as Naruto then collapsed on the ground as he was coughing up blood, as black markings appear all over Naruto's body, as Naruto told Kurama that it was Danzo's seal. It seems that Danzo put a curse mark on him with his mother chakra into it, so that the curse mark would restrain the power of the fox. Seeing that every time Naruto draw on the fox power, his skin was burning, as Danzo knew that that would help if Naruto ever betrayed him. As we go into a flashback where Naruto told Sarutobi that he wants to protect one root Anfu. Her name is Ren. As Sarutobi asks who is this girl to him, Naruto told him that he will see when he see her, as Sarutobi accepted, and Naruto told them that if anything happened to her, he will no longer be a part of this village because he will come back here and raise hell. And with that he headed off. As Kurama was asking Naruto who was this Ren girl to him and what was she, as Naruto told Kurama that she was trained to be a weapon and she was something to Naruto, but Naruto wasn't going to explain it yet. As both Naruto and Sai looked at the 200 Anfus, the 200 that remain, as the both of them stand their guards, they will end it right here and now, as Naruto activated Susanoo. So yeah guys, that was basically the last where we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So guys, let's begin this new episode. The Susanoo was growing in size, as Naruto could barely suppress the screaming in his throat. He had to use Kurama chakra for the Susanoo, and the curse mark was burning his body from inside. He felt like he was being cooked alive. As Sai sensed Naruto's pain, as he also saw the Anfus rushing towards them. It will take him a few more moments to complete his jutsu, Sai thought. Ink clone jutsu, Sai said, as he created 10 ink clones of himself. All of you engage the enemy and hold them off as long as possible, Sai commanded. The clones unsheathed their tanto as they rushed towards the enemy. As the clones tried their best to stall the enemy and give Naruto some time, as they went through hand sign, earth release, mud wall jutsu, as they created a huge mud wall to stop the enemy advancing. The clones then took out something from their pouch and attached it to their bodies. The mud wall was shattered to pieces as several of the Anfus jumped at the clones. As the original side performed a hand sign as all the clones exploded. The ink clones had attached explosive tags on their bodies. As many of the root Anfus were killed and many of them were injured, as the place was covered in dust. Sai could feel the root forces they had stopped. They must be checking for any other traps and looking after the injured. Sai heard a thud behind him, and when he looked back, his eyes widened in shock Naruto was lying on the ground. He was surrounded, lying down in a pool of his own blood, and he was covered in black markings. His eyes were barely open, and he was panting badly. The curse mark, Sai thought angrily. As he rushed towards Naruto and picked him up, his entire body was burning very badly. As he immediately coughed up blood again. Naruto, let me talk with your friend, said Kurama. Sai was quite surprised when Naruto Mangekyo Sharingan became slit. Sai was your name, right? Said Naruto in a darker tone. Sai was quite surprised with his new voice. Who are you? I am the Kyuubi. As Sai's eyes widened, he was talking to the nine-tailed fox. Listen to me carefully, someone is triggering. This curse seal, it is destroying Naruto from the inside, said Kurama. Can't you do something about it? Sai asked as he was worried. No, in this situation I can't do anything about it. You must find the caster of this seal and finish him off. You are telling me to leave him here against so many enemies? Are you out of your mind? Sai yelled. I know it's harsh. As Sai cut him off. It's not harsh. If I leave him here, he will die, said Sai. He's dead either way. Do you know how badly his body is destroyed from the inside? If this continues, he will be dead in a few minutes. But, said Sai, as he was cut off, Sai, just go. Find Danzo. He is the one who's doing this, said Naruto as his voice returned back to normal. Sai looked at his dying friend as he calculated all of his odds. If he stay here with Naruto and help him, protect him from Root, Naruto will die in a couple of minutes from the curse mark. But if he search for Danzo, he will be leaving Naruto all alone in front of this large enemy force, and he will be screwed. Sai, I can still fight, said Naruto as he slowly started to get up as he placed his hand on Sai's shoulder. Are you sure? Sai asked. The mission come first, Sai. Both of us knew we're not going to make it back alive. In order to fulfill the next objective of Operation Ghost, we must finish off Danzo and his army. I will hold them off. Find Danzo and kill him. Understood, Sai said, as Naruto placed a hand on Sai's shoulder and looked directly in his eyes. As Naruto spoke some words. What are you doing? Sai asked. Relax. I didn't do anything harmful to you. I gave you some of my power, one that will help you in your objective to protect the hidden leaf, Naruto said. I see. I'll be going now, said Sai. Take care of yourself. I'm counting on you, said Naruto in a weak voice. Don't die on me, or less I will drag you back from hell and kill you myself, said Sai with a smirk. As Naruto chuckled. Yeah, you bet. As Sai ran off to another direction to find Danzo. In the meanwhile, smoke started to clear as Naruto saw the entire on-full force getting ready. This isn't going to be easy, said Naruto. Indeed, without your Susanoo, you are at a great disadvantage. And you cannot use my chakra, so your wounds won't heal. And that curse seal is destroying your cells. Although it has slowed down since you stopped using my power, said Kurama. Are you trying to make me more depressed? Shut the hell up, said Kurama, and look at what you're facing. Yeah, I know, it's troublesome. With Sai, he rushed through the dark corridors. Where was he supposed to go? He wasn't a sensor like Naruto. Should he go left or right? He didn't know. Every goddamn wall looked the same. It was like a goddamn maze. As he couldn't even use his ink animals for scouting, he had to save his chakra to kill Danzo. He knew that he was not strong enough to kill Danzo, but they were out of options. The mission was getting worse with each passing moment, and the odds were not in their favor. Sai gripped his Tonto more tightly, as he didn't want to think about the situation if Danzo unleashed Ren. Ren was the only one who Naruto could never kill. Sai knew that Naruto would rather die than kill his own flesh and blood. He wouldn't kill his own daughter, no matter what, not for Konoha, not for anything in the world. Sai then sensed something to his right as he turned. Found you, said a voice. Back with Naruto, he stared at the root forces as all of them were glaring at him dangerously. He was a traitor of Root after all. He sensed something that sent shivered down his spine. He used his sensory abilities again, and his eyes went wide. His body started to shake badly. He couldn't believe what he just found. Naruto, what's going on? Asked Kurama. He couldn't believe that Naruto Uchiha was cowering in fear. He never backed down in the face of death, so why was he shaking now? She's here, Naruto said, as Kurama's eyes went wide. Was it really true? Naruto, prepare yourself, you must fight. My daughter is in the enemy force, you idiot, Naruto yelled. Then be careful not to kill her, said Kurama. Naruto prepared himself, he had to do this. He had to rescue his daughter. A lot of emotion were going through his mind. He was going to meet his daughter, his own flesh and blood. Words couldn't describe how happy he felt. It was always his dream to have a family one day. But since this mission came in his life, that dream was shattered. But now, everything has changed even though that Danzo committed this action without his knowledge. Something good came out of it, his daughter. What are you going to do now? Asked Kurama. I cannot use Susanoo until Sai find Danzo. Even if I could use it, I wouldn't, said Naruto. And why is that? Kurama asked. Because Ren is in here somewhere. These bastards are using her. Fu and Toru are using her as a shield because they know they cannot fight me head on. I cannot do any large scale attacks like before. I don't want to kill my own daughter. I want to ask you something, said Kurama. What is it? Naruto asked. What did you do with your friend? Asked Kurama. I gave him a one-time weapon. I know Sai is not strong enough to kill Danzo, Naruto said. And once he stopped Danzo and I rescue Ren, I will tear this place down, Naruto said. Back with Sai, he was on the opposite side of the room as he looked over at Danzo, who was just standing there calmly, as Sai gulped as he was nervous. As Danzo looked very calm, like he didn't even care what was happening in his base. You're nervous, stated Danzo. Sai didn't answer as he threw a kunai with an explosive tag at Danzo. There was a loud explosion as the fire started to burn. Where is he? Sai thought as he looked around, as Danzo was gone. As Sai then ducked, as Danzo tried to slice his head off with a kunai, as Sai then received a drop kick in his back as he crashed right into the wall. As Sai quickly got up, as he saw the Danzo that was beside him faded away. Again jutsu? But when did he caught me? Sai wondered. As he looked around, as he saw Danzo standing where the rubble were, where he threw the explosive kunai with the tag, with that same calm expression on his face. You are still a failure. You have good reflexes, but you cannot defeat me, said Danzo. We will see, said Sai. When did you create her? Sai asked. So, you know about Ren. You were always a good spy, but you won't get any information from me. Then, I'll beat it out of you, said Sai as he prepared himself to attack. As Sai jumped in the air and fired a kunai at Danzo. Pitiful, thought Danzo, as he was quite surprised when the kunai exploded and his vision was blocked because of the explosion. Flash bomb, so he attached it within his kunai. Smart, Danzo thought. Super Beast imitated drawing, said Sai, as Danzo quickly pulled off 5 shurikens and threw them in different directions, as he destroyed all of the Beast's clones. As Sai then came out of the ground, right at Danzo's feet, as he punched Danzo right in his face, pushing him back as Sai then rushed towards him and kicked him under the chin, as Danzo flipped in the air and landed gracefully on his feet, as he wiped away the small amount of blood that was leaking from his mouth. Your ninjutsu has improved. You use a flash bomb to blind my vision, then interrupt me with those beast animals, and then you came closer with that earth-style technique. Good strategy, but not good enough, said Danzo. Are you done? Because I'm not here to listen to your bullshit, said Sai. Still trying to be loyal to your friend. Tell me, what did Hiruzen offer you both? Asked Danzo. My loyalty will always be to my friend and the village to the end. Nothing you say will ever change that. You're a monster. You ruined so many lives. You took Shin away from us, said Sai. So, it's about revenge. Pitiful. A true shinobi must control their emotion. And you have broken the first rule of being a shinobi by not controlling your feelings. Useless things like emotions only get in your way, young boy. Do you really believe all that crap? Sai asked. Yes, that is a trait of a true shinobi. A true shinobi must follow the rules and regulations, something you never did. You and your traitorous friend, both of you are enemy of Konoha. And I will finish the both of you, Danzo said, leaking killer intent. You're right, in the ninja world, those who break the rules and law are regarded as scum, but those who abandon their friends are even worse than scum, Sai said loud. Danzo's eyes widened as it made him remember his team, with Koharu, Homura, Hiruzen, and the second Hokage as their leader. As he had broken every bond, everything, he had abandoned all of it, just for this. Had he done the right thing? As he shook away those thoughts instantly, I must bring peace to this world in my way, Danzo thought. As Sai rushed forward towards Danzo, back with Naruto, Naruto stared at the enemies in front of him as he was trying to find his daughter at all costs. The curse seal wasn't harming his body, it only meant one thing. Sai had disrupted Danzo and was now fighting with him. Hang in there, Sai, Naruto said, as his thoughts then drifted to his innocent daughter. Naruto knew that Ren was created from his cells. It was without his consent. But that didn't change anything, he was her father. He didn't care if she was engineered, or a clone, or a replica. Ren Uchiha was his daughter, and there was no force in the entire world that would stop him from saving her. Shadow Clone Jutsu, he said, as he formed 10 clones that would help him in the fight against the enemy. Toru jumped in the front as he went through a set of hand signs. Poison Cloud technique, he said, as Naruto saw a purple wall coming towards him. As they were small bugs. Naruto, these aren't any ordinary bugs. Kill them immediately, said Kurama. As Naruto nodded to his shadow clones as they all went through hand sign, wind style, vacuum wave, fire style, fireball jutsu. As the fireball was enhanced by the wind attack, as it formed a fiery tornado which collided with the bugs. And the bugs were helpless against the combined power, as they were reduced to ashes. The smoke cleared as Naruto avoided a lethal attack as 4 of his clones were dispelled. He saw that it was a rhino who had attacked him, as he saw Fu with his hands on the ground. A summoning, Naruto thought. As he looked towards his remaining clones, 3 of you engage the enemy, the rest of you follow me. As Naruto and the clones jumped in the air as the rhino destroyed the spot they were standing. Combination B, now, Naruto said. Roger, said the clones. Fu and the others rushed towards Naruto, but they were stopped when 3 clones appeared in front of them. You'll be fighting us now, said the clones. Fu and Toru knew these were not ordinary clones. They were the shadow clones of an Anvu captain ninja. They will not go down so easily. We have to take them out quickly, thought Fu and Toru. Attack, said Fu as many Anvus charged towards the clones. The clones took out their weapons and performed their jutsu. Wind release, rotating shuriken. Hundreds of shuriken with wind chakra were launched at the clones. Many root Anvus tried to stop them, but they cut right through their swords and killed many on the spot. This isn't going to be easy, thought Toru. Back with the original Naruto. The summon just poofed away after they destroyed it. As they destroyed the summon, Naruto had to jump away as his 3 clones were destroyed by the army of root agents. As Naruto looked around for his other clones, but he couldn't sense their chakra, they were destroyed. As he could also see his clones didn't die without a fight. The bodies of 30 root Anvus lying on the ground were proof of that. His eyes widened in shock when he was punched in the face and sent flying into the wall. Several debris fell on him as the entire wall broke down because of the force he hit it with. Naruto coughed up a lot of blood as he could feel a few bones in his face broken, as he didn't even see who just attacked him. As the dust cleared, Naruto's blurry vision saw someone standing in the darkness. That must be his attacker. It was a female. She barely looked 6, but her chakra level was off the charts. She was not a normal root Anvu, as Naruto's eyes widened in shock when he saw her face. Silky blonde hair, a face that was almost identical to his, as she had 3 tomos in both eyes, as she was glaring at him hatefully. It can't be, Naruto said, as he was trembling. So, she's finally here, said Kurama. Ren Uchiha stood in front of Naruto as she was glaring at him hatefully with pure rage and anger. Naruto Uchiha, I will kill you, said Ren. It seems like Danzo finally unleashed his secret weapon, the only one capable of stopping Naruto. The clone daughter of Naruto was looking at him with pure hate. With her fully mature Sharingan, as Naruto couldn't look her in the eyes. It was his fault she ended up like this. If he only had searched harder, if he only had set more caution, he could have found her. But now everything has changed. As Naruto closed his eyes and took a deep breath, as he had to subdue her quickly and get her away from this place and take out these remaining envoys. Sai's life was depending on how fast he could finish this all up. I just hope that Genjutsu holds, Naruto thought. As Naruto got up, as he saw Ren looking directly at him, behind her was about 120 envoys, as he was using her as a shield. Kurama, I cannot focus on my battle with Ren. I have a lot of chakra left, and if she is truly my daughter, then she will give me a tough fight. Let's even the odds, Naruto said. Kurama was quite surprised that Naruto got over his emotions so quickly, but yet again he was the envoy captain. Are you sure? You did say you won't hurt Ren, said Kurama. Yes, I will not kill her, but I have to subdue her a little roughly. But before that, I have to test her strength, Naruto said. So you want to test the enemy's strength before starting your strategy? You do have a good sense of battle, said Kurama with a smirk. As Naruto used his sensory ability, it seems that the root envoys were low on chakra and probably wouldn't last long, and they were not attacking him because they knew they couldn't win against him. Even without his Susanoo, Naruto was far above their league in fighting. But fighting them, along with Ren, is going to be a tough fight. Looks like I will have to use my signature move, Naruto thought. But before that, there was something he wanted to know. She was looking at him with so much hate, like he did something bad to her. As Naruto looked at her, who are you? As he wanted to know everything about her. It seemed to anger her even more as her ki increased. You bastard, you dare ask me that? After what you did? Naruto was quite surprised by this. What have he ever done to her? You butcher so many of our comrades. You're a traitor, a monster, said Ren. Naruto's heart broke when he heard his daughter calling him a monster. For years, he was considered a monster by the villagers, and now his own blood considered him the same. It seemed like this was his fate. What a sad life. I did. So what? He said. How could you, Captain? I look up to you. Danzo told me so many things about you. But now, after this, she said, as a few tears were in her eyes. What did that bastard tell her? Naruto thought to himself. You want to know why did I do this? There is no point of telling you. It cannot change anything. Now tell me, how much can you see with those Sharingans? He asked. I see you dead at my feet, Captain, she said. As Naruto chuckled, his daughter sure had a lot of confidence and guts. To stand before an envoy captain who just butchered so many of his own friends and subordinates. And she stood tall. She is your daughter, alright, said Kurama. You see me dead, huh? Well then, make it a reality, Naruto said. As Ren quickly unsheathed her weapon. It was a very small tanto, but it had a sharp blade, one that was more than enough to slice through someone's throat. Uchiha Rebellion, Crimson Flame Flower. He was quite surprised when she jumped up into the air and swung her tauntaun as 7 blades of fire rushed down towards him at high speed, as he channeled chakra to his feet and dodged each and every blade of fire. A new Kenjutsu style combined with fire, it seems that Danzo was able to copy our clan techniques before they were sealed, Naruto thought in amaze. As Naruto kept on dodging her move, attack him, Ren yelled. Immediately, all of them rushed towards Ren and Naruto, but they were stopped as 4 Naruto clones surrounded them from all sides. What is he doing? Fu thought. Toru's eyes went wide as he saw all the clones went through hand sign. As they went through the hand sign at such speed that human eyes couldn't see what they were doing. But he didn't want to take any chances they might be preparing an attack, as Toru rushed through hand sign of his own, Earth style, mud wall, as a huge earth wall appeared in front of the root envoy. What are you doing? Fu asked. He might be performing another fire attack. We cannot afford any more casualties, said Toru. Got it, said Fu in an understanding tone. Both of them were quite shocked when they heard a shout across the wall. 4 violent flame formation. As Toru dropped the wall, as they saw a barrier surrounded Ren and Naruto. Attack now before he harms the girl, said Fu, as 20 envoys jumped towards the wall as they all were burned to ashes. The effect was instantaneous. They didn't even get to scream. As Rain stared in horror as 20 of her comrades got killed in an instant. "You!" she screamed as she rushed towards Naruto. As she went through hand sign, as Naruto quickly saw what she was about to do, as he did the same thing. "Fire style, great fire technique," the both of them said. Both of them blasted a fire chakra that took the form of a dragon, as both of the attacks cancelled each other out as the smoke filled the area. As Rain rushed from the smoke as she came towards Naruto with incredible speed, as she sliced her Tonto clean across his chest. "It's over, Captain," she said in a cold tone. But she was surprised when he burst into crows. "Damn it," she said, as Naruto appeared in front of her and brought down his sword as she blocked it. Holding back so much," said Kurama with a smirk. As Naruto was smiling on the inside as he was proud of his daughter. She was so strong. She was so young, and yet she was much stronger than what he was at her age. "You're pretty impressive for someone at your age to be so strong. The mature Sharingan, my clan, Kenjutsu, and it seemed to be you have a great specialty in the fire style jutsus. You don't know anything about me," she said as she tried to push him back. But he was physically stronger than her because he wasn't even moving an inch. "But you have a quick temper," he said as he brought his hand forward as she couldn't move because her two hands were holding her sword. As he then poked her on her nose. "I'm proud of you," he said, with a smile on his face. As she looked closely at him when she heard that, but he was not giving her a fake smile. The look on his face was real. As she quickly jumped away, as it shocked her, as he stood in front of her with a gentle look on his face. Why is he... What am I to him? She thought. She was not a fool. She knew that he was far stronger than her, and he could kill her at any time. But he wasn't fighting seriously. He was looking like he was a proud dad or something. Meanwhile, Kurama was curious. What was up with Naruto? "Naruto, did anything happen?" Kurama asked. "I know all about her now. Maybe my worthless life wasn't so bad. If she's in it, living is worth it." I don't know how to say this, but when I looked at her with my Sharingan, I read her mind. All her memories, even though things were rough, she grew up to be a far better person than me. I saw how she looked as a baby, her first steps. Her first word was actually "father," said Naruto, as few tears came at his eyes. As Kurama felt happy for his friend, it had been a long time since he saw Naruto truly happy. I wish I had been there. I would have taken her to the park, watch her play, eat, dance, and live a beautiful life. But no matter what happens, I'll get her out of this hell, he said. Then let's do this, said Kurama. While Naruto was talking with this Biju, Ren was going through a lot of emotional feelings. She didn't know what this feeling was, but when she looked at Naruto, she felt warm. She felt safe. All her life, she heard about his achievements and service to Root. He was a legend in the Root service. Even Danzo had told her that he was a powerful shinobi. He was respected by everyone. As she has been told about him ever since she was born, ever since she could understand what the words meant. As she had lived a secluded life, she has been in the base her entire life, and she only knew people around her that trained her. As Danzo had made sure that she would become a powerful shinobi. As Ren looked at the man in front of her, ever since Danzo told her about him, she wanted to surpass him, even though she hasn't met him yet. But her hands were shaking. Why couldn't she bring herself to kill him now? What was this feeling? His gentle eye smirked his face. As she then looked at his sword and saw the blood. Naruto, she said, I know whatever happened to you was not right. But you need to stop this. Please, she said. I wanted to surpass you all my life. I wanted to become more stronger so I could protect Danzo and my comrades. You were a hero to me. Please don't let yourself get consumed by darkness, said Ren, as a few tears were in her eyes. There is only one way to stop me, Ren, said Naruto. What is that? She asked. As Naruto looked at her. Kill me. No, I can't do that. I can't kill you. Then I will kill you, he said, as he pulled out shurikens, as she did the same as he threw them, as the both of them were throwing shurikens, deflecting one another's. The clash continued for a few minutes until Naruto jumped up in the air, as he went through hand sign with incredible speed, fire style, Phoenix Sage fire technique, as he blew medium fireballs from his mouth and threw shurikens right behind the fireballs. She quickly went through hand sign, earth release, mud wall jutsu, as the earth wall came and protected her. So she has an earth affinity too. Interesting, Naruto thought. As Naruto then went through hand sign, water style, violent water wave, as a large wave of water rushed from his mouth and destroyed the earth wall. But Kurama was beyond shock, as Naruto's body was then wrapped up in chakra chains that burst from the ground. As Naruto was shocked as well. What is this? Naruto asked, as the chains were holding him tightly and draining his chakra. Naruto, it looks like she has chakra chains, the same one your mother used to keep me at bay. You must hurry before. As Kurama was cut off, as the ground started to shake and the walls started to crack, the entire base would rock with a violent tremor, and an explosive sound could be heard from the front. Her chakra is amazing, Naruto thought, as he then saw Ren standing a distance away from him, giving him a sad look. So, you're not going to back down? I can't let you harm Danzo. Forgive me, she said, as Naruto screamed out in pain as the chains started to crush his body. This is the end of your suffering, Naruto, Ren said, as she slammed her hands together, wood style, secret technique, as Naruto's eyes went wide, as he couldn't believe what he was seeing. But guys, I'm gonna end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out the new series that I did, What If Naruto Had the Unknown Sharingan, and go ahead and enjoy that, guys. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And also go ahead and check out What If Naruto Had Multiple People Sealed Inside of Him. I also did a new episode of What If Kaguya Was Naruto's Mother, so go ahead and check out that as well. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family and join both channels. And thank you all for your help and your support, guys. But for now, I'm out of here. See you guys next time. Peace. Remember to comment down below. Bye, guys.